Also, just before we start talking about the game of the weekend and general stuff, how's Jordan Moore-Taylor? Because he went off in the game. How's he?
Yeah, he's okay. It was a strange one, so he was a bit dizzy and stuff. But yeah, he seems to be okay this week, so he'll be hopefully available for selection again come Saturday.
It's always one of those with Jordan, because obviously he was out for so long, and he's such a good player, such an important player that you know everyone kind of held their breath when he went off and wasn't quite sure why.
Yeah, no. So I think he had a migraine basically. He'd not had any before, but he had a blind spot in his eye, and then we got on the bus and he had a huge headache. So the poor fella the whole way home. But he seems to be okay now. Obviously we've got to monitor him next few days, and then, as I said, hopefully, I'm confident he'll be available for Saturday.
We talked about it briefly after the game last weekend. I suppose you had to take the positives from that game, and there were plenty of positives to take from that game going forward. Yeah,
100%. We debriefed it on Monday. I think we all agree that the performance, it cranked up a notch from where we were even the week before, which was really pleasing. I think on another day, different circumstance, if we keep 11 men on the pitch, we possibly go on to win the game. We had the better chances still. Boys defended really well, and it's 10 seconds in a game that have cost us, and a couple of mistakes leading up to the goal, which, if you look at it, it's fatigue, it's tiredness. You can see in their legs that it's they played it quite a while without a man, with one less, and it's affected us. So it's disappointing, but it's given us loads to work on as well. It's given us loads of clarity in what we need to work on, which is a real bonus. But I think the lads are. We've looked at it, and we can definitely show a bit more than we did on the ball. But in terms of their application, intensity, and effort off the ball, out of possession, it was excellent. It's given them a platform to build on now.
And George Williams came out and apologised straight away. I suppose that's the mark of the kind of person he is.
Yeah, I said it after the game. He's a brilliant character. He's a great professional. I wouldn't have expected anything less from George. So we move on. He'll learn from it. He's apologised, and for me, that's enough. It was a mistake. He's cost us, really. He knows that, and no one's more disappointed than he is. So we move on from that now.
I suppose you could do with a lot of things, and the rub of the green is one of them as well sometimes, isn't it? Because hitting the post, Connor, who's been one of the most consistent players all season, makes the mistake to concede the goal, etc., etc. You could do with the rub of the green.
Yeah, and that's, I think, you make your own luck a lot of the time, but there's so much chance in the game. I think what we need to do is give us a little bit more structure and a bit more organisation in terms of, and a bit more clarity for the players to take as much chance out of the game as possible, if that makes sense. So we're working on that. And that, as for Connor, I think you're right. He's been really. I think he's been one of our better players throughout the season. And Saturday, I think it purely comes down to fatigue and being mentally and physically exhausted, and he makes the decision. But as I said after the game, we still had 8 players in the box to defend the goal. I think we need to, if someone makes a mistake, we've got to be able to help that person out and make up for it, which we haven't. But as you said, we do need a bit of luck, and I think we need another positive performance on Saturday. But a result for us would change a lot. It would give everyone that little kick that we need.
We keep saying it, don't we, about a win and what it would do, but you feel as if it's almost just like breaking through. That would break through everything. Yeah,
I think at the moment we're building. I think it's certainly in training, it's noticeable how much the lads are buying into it, how much more confident they're getting in what we're doing.
Do they feel free? I use the word in commentary, freer. I don't know whether.
I hope so, because that's all I've been telling them. Okay. I want them to play with freedom. I want them to enjoy their football. There's not been enough enjoyment in the last however long in the way they're playing, in terms of, I can sense that anxiety in them. So I want them to enjoy it more. I want them to express themselves. But we have to give them a structure where they feel they can do that. Because I think at the moment they're still unsure at times in taking too much risk on the ball, and too much. I think there's too much angst in our play. There's too much rush. We're rushed. We're too rushed at the moment. We're forcing things still at times. So we need to relax. We need to make them relaxed. And I've said that, and we've encouraged that. And Luke being in this week he's an excellent coach, and he's really pushing that message. So hopefully we see that. We need to show a bit more composure, but what they've given me in terms of the change of mentality and the stuff out of possession, we've become, I think, a lot harder to play against in a couple of games. So we need to build on that, and then take the other stuff as we move forward, play with more freedom, play with less fear, and express themselves. Just go and show what good players are. They're good players, right? So that's what they need to do.
I haven't asked you about your reaction to the EFL Trophy draw as well, because the Coventry at home. I mean, I don't know how many they usually. Coventry bring a fair amount of fans here because it's not a huge distance. I suppose as a spectator, that's a decent draw, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good draw. Yeah, good team, good club. As you said, it was one of the best atmospheres we had this season when they came down, filled up the whole away end. So Listen, if they do that, I'm not sure. I'm with you. I'm not sure they will for that game, but if they do, it'll be good. But it's a good draw for us. Home draw is important, and it'll be a good game. We're looking forward to it.
And finally, this Saturday, obviously, Rotherham here at Stadium MK. Another opportunity against a pretty good side in this division. Yeah,
they're a side in form. They're a good side. They're really good at what they do. They've had a consistency in terms of their style with the management team they've had for quite a while now, and they know exactly what they are and they're good at it, so we need to be aware of that. But again, the focus has got to be on us and what we're doing and how we can improve and finding something and building on something that's going to take us forward, that's going to get us results short term, but also, you know, make us a good team moving forward, because there's no point in us doing something for 3 months and then going, oh no, it's good, or we're getting results from it, but it's not the way we want to do it, or we haven't got the players for it. So it's finding a system that works with our players and finding a way that's going to get us something short term, but also we can maintain.
As I understand it, you went on a team bonding exercise the other day. I mean, it's, you know, you already know all the players, but how important is it to go out and bond with them, maybe as the manager and maybe in a different position?
Yeah, so all the staff came, everyone involved with the first team in and around it, and all the players. And I think it's just important. I just said then about they've got to enjoy the process a bit more, and then hopefully that means they'll enjoy the Saturdays a bit more as well. We all will. So it was good. There's always, I think there's always value in that. We trained first and done all our work first, and then went and had a good fun together and some food together and stuff outside. And it's important to get away from your environment sometimes. You know, the same thing day in day out. It's that mental freshness as well. So it was. I think it was a good exercise. Everyone really enjoyed it. Everyone had, you know, they enjoyed each other's company, and as I said, it's important to enjoy that sometimes outside of the building. And I think it was really worthwhile. And we'll look to do more of those. So thanks to the guys for having us this week, and we'll look to do more of those, you know, and get people in to come and speak from outside the building, stuff like that as time moves on.
Something I think that almost got lost in the wash on Saturday was Lee Nicholls' penalty save. I mean, I think it's the third or fourth that he's made this season. Do you feel confident now when there's a penalty that you're probably going to get away with it?
Yeah, I think it's down to Lee. It's down to his courage in doing what, with the goalie coach when they go through the penalty, it's down to his courage in backing himself and doing it. And I think what we've got in Lee is the top goalkeeper at this level. His composure on the ball at times, what we're asking him to do. And as you said, when a penalty comes, he's got that much courage and that mentality. You look at him, he looks like he's going to save it. He believes it, and then you start believing it. So, brilliant save. He deserved to get a clean sheet after that. He deserves one anyway, because he's been really good, and he made some good saves in the game, albeit from distance. But he made some good saves and one from a corner, which is a brilliant save in the game. So, if he keeps his performance levels up, I think it gives the lads, when they look at him, he gives them confidence, gives them a bit of security. So I need him to maintain those levels, and if he does, we've got one of the top keepers at this level, in my opinion.
You've only been in the job a couple of weeks, but have you already started to look at that January window?
Yeah, we have to. It's simple as that. I think we spoke about it before. We've got we've got a lot of good players in the squad, but we've got a lot of players who are fairly similar in terms of attributes. So we need to get something. We need to get some players that are a bit different, offer something different at the club. I think everyone's aware of that. So we're working on that now. We're working towards that. I think the process started a while ago, and now we're just coming into it, obviously. And Luke's just come in, and Dean, and everyone else. So we're going through that at the moment, and we've got a plan. We know what we want. So now it's identifying the right players and people who are going to come here and make a difference to us. There's no point in just adding to the squad if they're not going to make a difference to what we do and what we can offer on the pitch. So, but the process has certainly started, yeah.